Good Erev Shabbos, Pרשת תזריע מצורע. You know, if you think about it, there's actually a phenomenal linkage between the physical and the spiritual that starts last week with Parsha Shmini, ranging from Nadav and Avihu bringing the Azor and ultimately having a divine fire burn through their insides out, then learning about the halachas of Tarfus, Behemoth Tamea, Behemoth Tahora, learning about Timtum Alev, the fact that what we eat actually changes who we are potentially and can impact our hearts and our minds and our thought process. And this week, the Torah teaches us about the Isha, Mazrias Tchila. She has a son, and if it's the husband who's Mazriya Tchila, they'll have a daughter. Another totally physical, very difficult to understand concept that thus far medicine has yet to be able to justify or prove. But the Torah is true. And then we learn something unbelievable. We learn that the words that leave our mouth, the oinas dvarim, if we cause somebody pain, the lashon hara, if we speak evil about somebody else, they actually impact who we are. And there's a physical manifestation of it. And then the Torah teaches us about the מצורע, who gets tzaras. That's a physical manifestation of a spiritual malady of speaking lashon hara. But even more fascinatingly is the cure for it. The cure for it is he goes outside the camp, and when he's outside the camp, in order for him to come back into the camp, this person who spoke lashon hara, we have to take the highest of the trees, the Eitz Erez, mix it together with the crimson thread that comes from Mishni Solas, which is a little snail, and then, you know what? We add to it the Azov, which is this little growth, and mix it together. And that's what he sprinkled with. But another place that we learn about that is also when a person is Tamei Mace. So with the Ephah HaPara, with the Para Aduma, he sprinkled with that same combination, the same concoction, where the Ephah HaPara is mixed together with the tallest of trees, the crimson little red, to teach us humbleness, and the hyssop, which grows very, very, very low. What's going on here? I believe that the Torah is teaching us that Am Yisrael, the Am HaNivchar, we are transcendental. We're transcendental, but we also have physical manifestations of spiritual maladies, and that the concept between physicality and spirituality, it's not two, it's all one. We are at the same time physical and spiritual. We're spiritual and physical. And the physical maladies we have many times are spiritual manifestations of things that we need to correct it within ourselves. In fact, I've been suffering with horrible pain in my shoulder. I went for an x-ray and I learned that I have calcification in my shoulder. I spoke to my brother about it, and my brother said, Chazal bring down, being makbid and mayim achronim can have an impact on a person's shoulder. And I said, I have not been makbid, and therefore I'm going to bli neder work on that. So hopefully by working on the spiritual aspect of the mayim achronim, it will heal my shoulder. But that's what the Torah is teaching us. The Torah is teaching us with a Jew that there is no differential between our physicality and our spirituality. And if we want to elevate our physicality, we have to turn to our spirituality. Perhaps that's not just a message for an individual yid, each and every one of us with our own physical health, but our collective health. We need to work on our Ahavas Yisrael, particularly in this time of Sfiras HaOmer. The Talmidei Rabbi Akiva, Shelo Nagu Chavod Zeh B'Zeh. Can you imagine how the Rabbeinu Shalom would have Rachmei Shemayim if we all were more careful with each other, instead of Chas v'Shalom criticizing each other and speaking negatively about each other, if we were mechabed each other and spoke beautifully about each other, if we inspired each other, if we complimented each other, if we found the good in every other Jew and spoke about it, if we complimented each other. Let's work now during Sfiras HaOmer to be more careful about how we speak about Jews, how we think about Jews, how we think about each other, and Be'ezras Hashem, through being mechabed zeh b'zeh, we will be zeicha to the ultimate the ultimate redemption, which will be the physical manifestation of our spiritual perfection. Have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos.